This is Ravn from 1349, and you're watching The Age of Metal.
Hey everyone, this is Miguel with DH Metal here in Phoenix, Arizona, Ravn of 1349. How you doing, sir? How's been the tour so far?
That's good. It's been a good tour. Great package, great bands, playing together, good people, have a good time. It's a lot of people coming out to the shows as well. So
with 5 days in, started in Florida, how's been like the attendance and the reaction of the people?
it's been very good. I'm very pleased with it so far. And it's a long time since we've been in some of these markets, so it's good to come back. Like we played New Mexico, Albuquerque last night, and it was really good attendance. A lot of people came out. That saw us last time we played, which was 2007, and they came back and they were really glad to see us again. So we really appreciate that kind of support. You know, that really helps some. That you put in some work and you get something back. You know.
Yeah, definitely. It's great to have you guys back in such short time. You guys were here just last year.
Yeah, April.
But now you come with a new album.
Yeah.
Massive Cauldron of Chaos. How many songs of the new album are you putting on the set list on this tour?
We have about, we actually will do 5 of them if people want an encore, but we're going to do all of them live at some point or another. They're all really great songs and really fit for live performance, so eventually we'll go through all of them, which is actually, as far as I can remember, we've never done that on any other album. Maybe we did it on Liberation, but that's so many years ago, so I don't remember.
Gotcha. Now, you guys coming with the second, in less than a year. You were saying you guys were last year on April with the Behemoth and the Metal Alliance tour. But what do you like about touring America? I mean, regardless of you guys being in that kind of tour or this tour, which is a headlining tour.
Well, it's touring, you wrote the album. I don't think too much about which country it is and stuff. It's more about getting out there and show the art that we made, and we're proud of what we've done, and we want to show it off and how it's really done. That's pretty much what it is. As long as there's promoters that are willing to book us and pay the amount of money that is needed for us to come there and provide the equipment, we'll play anywhere in the world. That's our policy. We do this first and foremost for the art form that it is to our personas, and then to actually make some money out of it at the end. That's just a bonus if we do that, but that's not the main interest for us. It's more of a need to maintain and take care of the black metal legacy that come out of Norway. That's pretty much the basic essence of it.
Now, the new album came out last September, Massive Cauldron of Chaos. How has been the response of the fans towards this new album?
It's been phenomenal. It's a lot of response. We even got Grammy nominated back in Norway for it, so it's the first time that as well. Just a lot of positive feedbacks. It's a bit overwhelming, and in a way you just want to distance yourself from it, because if everybody likes it, of course you can think that you've done something right, but on the other hand, you have to be really careful that you don't relax and get lazy about it because everybody likes this album. Let's keep going. We're really careful about that. We always challenge ourselves as best as possible as musicians and evolve and do something new with each of our albums. And maybe strategically said it's not very smart to do that. If you play on the same, you find a formula that people buy and you spin on that. But that's never been what 1349 is about. We always try to challenge ourselves and our listener to experience something new and to see how many different angles we can attack the core of black metal, so to speak, and present it in the way that we want it to be. That's our main purpose when it comes to dealing with black metal. We see it as an art form and we deal with it thereafter.
In terms of the comparison of the albums, what happened on Massive Cauldron of Chaos that didn't happen on Demonite?
It was a different recording process and the process that led up to everything. We actually reproduced all the songs. We had like demo sketches and went through them and we changed a lot of stuff. And it worked in a different way. We brought in Jared Pritchard, which is also our American front of house engineer. He's an extremely skilled technician that worked with, he recorded and mastered and engineered a lot of albums throughout the years. And he also, from having a live experience with a band, he brought a lot of that into the album as well. That he kind of knew what he was getting into. And we had a very, very clear vision of what we wanted the album to sound like as well. And he catch up on all of that and he made that happen. And it was, in one way, it was an probably the easiest times in a recording studio and to put your whole album together. Normally it's extremely hard to match up all frequencies and stuff and to get it all together and sound the way you want it. It's always a fighting battle. I remember like Hellfire. I was exhausted after mixing that album and I couldn't stand listening to it for at least 2 months before I could even listen to that album again after we finished it, this time around when we finished the album I could immediately dig into it and Jared took off a lot of that weight from us in a way, and he kind of made it easier for us to be in the studio. He pushed us really, really hard, and he knew all the buttons that he could push to get everything out of us as well. So it's our best produced album so far, and it maintained the classic black metal feeling that we wanted to it as well. And we're really, really proud about it.
No, definitely. It has a modern touch as well. It's connected with modernity in some sort of way. But also, besides of the original content, you add the Heretic cover song from Possessed.
In the US, yeah.
How you guys ended up creating that cover?
That cover is actually recorded after the Demon R release. We recorded some cover songs. Just did some tracking in an old warehouse that I had at the time, and so we recorded the Heretic, we recorded Rapture, we recorded Nerves, Baos, and we recorded Exodus. I don't remember which one, but we did this several cover versions, and the Heretic hadn't been released in the US. It only came out on the Demon Noir box edition.
Okay.
So they wanted to get a bonus track here, so we said, well, they have the Heretic, it's not been released in the US, so we could put it out. Like in Europe, it's Tornado by Voivod, that is the bonus track. It's different. But no, so it's actually an older cover version that we did, but it's only limited to 1,000 copies, the box version, so it's wasn't out there in that way, and wasn't many of them think it was 250 of them that were exported to the US, but it was mainly sold in Europe, all those box versions. So in order to get it out to all the fans, it was really happy with the way it turned out.
It's interesting that you mentioned that you guys are doing had covers already recorded. Those covers will see the light of day at some point, some sort of a cover EP by 1349, or it's gonna be distributed in different albums.
You mean like taking all the cover versions that
Yeah.
you've done and put them in one package?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. If we want to make some quick money, that would be the way
It's
to
a good
go.
idea.
Yeah, well, we can always say that for when we terminate the band, maybe we can do it then. But now it's no plans to do that at this point. And I'm rather more in jig of making new stuff all the time. So if you're gonna make like a cover album, then maybe just I think we'd rather just pick a bunch of songs and then record those as like new songs. Well, you never know what happens, you know.
It's curious that you mentioned Tornado, which came out in Europe, but only in America came out as a Decibel Flexi Days.
That's correct.
Will we see that album probably in a later version of Cauldron, or will we just stay like that?
I think it will be like that because Decibel wanted like an exclusive track for it, and I think if you really, I don't know if it's sold out from Decibel, but you can buy some of those flexes, but probably it's gone.
Gotcha. Now, 1349 not only released Cauldron last year, also it was released the 1349 Black Ale. I know that you guys are into microbrewery and really good beer. So,
That's correct, yeah.
can you tell us about this new beer? How the idea came from? I mean, you guys were on supervising thing, like you guys put some ingredients or something like that?
Since we were into, the whole band was really, or is really into microbrewery beers or craft beers. And we met up, we did a show on the Triptychon tour. We met, we played St. Paul, and along came a guy and introduced himself. His name was Todd Haug. He's the head brewer of Surly Brewing out of Minnesota. And he said that I would love to make a beer with you guys. And from there on it just kept on rolling, you know, and this year we could make it happen with our schedules and everything. So we teamed up with a Norwegian partner as well, David, from Stavanger in Norway. And we went all down there in May after we did a Metal Alliance tour. We flew back to Norway, and the day after, me and Frost flew down to Stavanger and met up with Mike Murphy and Todd Haug at the Lyric, and we brewed the beer down there. So we just made a wish list to them, said we wanted to taste like this, and have a hint of this flavor and a hint of this. And they did all the math, so to speak. They had the alcohol percent to be like this, and so they matched everything up and found the right hops and malts and everything. And the beer turned out to be outstanding. It was even more that we hoped for, and we're extremely proud of it. And we will also make another beer. This is a black ale, so it will come a pale ale. Hopefully we'll have it out now during spring.
Okay.
And it will also be in correlation with the Surly and Lyric. So we had the plans for 2 beers, and we're making both of them happen.
At the level of distribution, the beer gonna be like a worldwide available, or only online orders?
It is exported pretty much worldwide. It's in the US though, since we're here, it's imported by a company called Shelton Brothers. And they sell it to different states. They have distributors in different states. So what you need to do to get hold of the beer, you kind of need to check with either Shelton Brothers. So which distributors you have in each state. It's kind of description that I got from Shelton. This is the way that it rolls. But we will actually do a beer launch of it in New York City on this tour. So there'll be some information about that on our social sites.
All right, definitely looking forward. I mean, when I hear about it, I was like, I want to try it. Where I can find it? So I thought it's gonna be like worldwide distribution online only. But closing up, wrapping up, what is next for 1349 after this North American tour?
Well, there's always something to do in Europe or the rest of the world. There's a lot of offers. There's festivals. We're gonna do Inferno. That's the first thing that's on the plate, and then we will also be back in the US pretty much faster than we've been. Hopefully, we're working on more details. So we just look online for getting some more write-ins. Yeah.
Well, definitely looking forward tonight for the new songs. From Cauldron, and definitely glad that you guys are back. And well, it's an extensive tour. You guys have Origin, Bismal Dawn, and
really happy about that package. We got some outstanding bands to join us, and we're proud to have them on the tour. They are good guys, extremely good musicians. So we really need to shape up in order to perform our best. Of going on stage last after all those outstanding bands,
Gotcha.
But, they're good.
Well, definitely, Ravn, thank you very much for taking the time to speak in here with us at the HML, and looking forward for tonight, and well, good luck with the rest of the tour.
Thank you so much.